This video is sponsored by Incogni. More on them later. Let's build a home for every single career in The Sims 4, but the budget for the home will be the real-life annual salary of that career. Today we're building a home for a marine biologist.
I am part of the EA Creator Network, so some packs were gifted to me and some packs I've purchased myself.
We are back at it again with another episode of everybody's favorite series. You guys know the drill by now. I'll link the entire playlist down below so you can catch up on all of the episodes thus far. We are on episode 18 currently, and while you're at it, don't forget to comment down below which career we should tackle next, and feel free to share salary numbers. You know, give me a good point of reference. Maybe I will use your salary as the budget in our next episode. Thank you for all of your suggestions in my last video. One of the more popular suggestions was for me to build a home for a marine biologist. The marine biologist career is actually one of the branches of the conservationist career that comes with the Island Living expansion pack. There are two branches, the environmental manager branch or the marine biologist branch. And to level up in this career, you need the logic skill, the fitness skill, and the charisma skill. Once you've reached the top of the career, you're making over 300 simoleons per day, which is pretty good. So far, that seems pretty accurate, but as per usual, let's take to Google to figure out how much a marine biologist makes in real life. Okay, apparently a marine biologist on average makes $88,808 per year. That's a pretty good budget to be working with. I'm really excited for this build. I'm also just super down for this idea because it is summer and it's about time we did a beachy build. I also don't know if my heart could handle doing another super restrictive budget build, so thank goodness. Okay, before we move on, we need to have an important chat. And it's especially important because as gamers and social media users, we're all pretty chronically online, and today's sponsor, Incogni, is a tool that I think we should all have. I grew up with the internet and I'm very capable, like my generation isn't really falling for the obvious scams. The real problem is that behind our backs, companies are constantly gathering our personal information, building a complete profile of us, and then selling it to data brokers for profit. I'm not just talking about your browsing history, I'm talking about your home address, your email address, your phone number, social security number. I get spam text messages all the time about package deliveries, and all of the details about me are correct. It's crazy to think that all of that information, down to the stores I shop at, was sold to a data broker, and that data in the wrong hands can put you at risk of identity theft. Like, you hear stories of people getting loans taken out in their name without even realizing it. Literally, that is my nightmare. This is where Incogni comes in. They go out and they take you off of all of these lists. You sign up for Incogni, you give them permission to act on your behalf, and then they find these lists that you're on and start demanding that you be taken off, and they continue to push until all of your information is deleted from these lists. You don't have to do anything, but you do get to sit back and watch the progress because there's this dashboard where you can see how many requests they sent out and how many are successful or pending. You'll stop getting called all the time, no more junk mail flooding your inbox, and you can sleep peacefully at night knowing your address isn't just out there for anybody to look up. If you want to try it out, you can use code DoctorAshley at the link in my description or go to incogni.com/DoctorAshley and get 60% off an annual plan. You guys, times are changing. Don't let your personal data get so out of hand that you can't track it down anymore. Take action now. You can thank me later. Here we are in the wonderful world of Sulani. This is just one of my favorite worlds in The Sims 4, hands down. It's just so beautiful. All of the lots are just so naturally pretty. Like, you could just put nothing on the lots and they're just good to go. So you really can't build an ugly home here, I feel like. The budget has been set, so let's get started. Now, as per usual, I will pop my reference photo up on the screen right now. So today we're actually going for kind of an interesting vibe. I'm going to make kind of like a container home beach house, which I don't think I've done. I've always done like the typical classic modern beach home, but I figured for this particular career, they obviously very much care about the environment, so I just want to make this home as eco-friendly as possible. Just as a disclaimer, I'm pretty sure the reference photo I'm using today is like AI generated, and I just need to express my frustration with the fact that my entire Pinterest feed is just AI generated homes now. Since the beginning of time, I've always just gone to like Pinterest or like architectural Floorplan websites to find my home inspiration. And obviously not all of the homes are real. Like even on the architectural websites, they're often like renders and stuff, like the homes don't exist yet. And I feel like for the most part, for my particular application of building in The Sims, I don't really care if the home is real or not, because at the end of the day, I'm just using it as inspiration and I'm still putting my personal human spin and interpretation and like creating something very real and made by me. The real problem is there's just so much like AI generated junk online now that I can't even find anything good anymore. Like I was specifically searching for container beach home and you just end up finding like 50 different versions of the same AI generated image, like slightly tweaked, and I don't know how else to describe it besides like internet junk. Like it's just clogging up my Pinterest feed. I don't know, it's just been like really frustrating lately, and I'm wondering if any of you guys out there that also like to build from reference photos have been finding that same issue. I don't want to have to be sifting through 45 minutes of like fake junk and photos that don't make sense. I don't really know what the solution is, you guys. I just wanted to complain, and I also think Pinterest needs to get a grip. Comment down below what your thoughts are, but anyways, here's basically what the shell is gonna be. I think it's just a bunch of boxes because it is a container home. I tried to make like a few different containers like so, as if they've been placed together, and then one kind of larger one at the bottom that kind of acts as our base. I've gone in with some of our windows. These square ones are from the Businesses and Hobbies pack, and then these regular 2-tile ones are just the Eco Lifestyle ones. Now I'm gonna try and find some sort of door to emulate the garage looking thing at the bottom. Something like this from the Industrial Loft kit could work. Oh, we could also just use like the legitimate container doors as well. That might look a little bit more accurate. Let's not forget to go in with our actual container swatch from Eco Lifestyle. I'm not sure if we actually have like a pale green like the photo. I could go in with this darker foresty green. That actually might blend into the environment pretty well. Is there like a matching floor as well? I can't really remember. Ah, yes. Clearly there is, which is perfect. Since we are in Sulani, I want to use as much island living as possible. Going in with this wooden fence from the Horse Ranch expansion pack. I don't know, it just feels a little bit more sturdy as compared to the one from Island Living. Am I supposed to be adding some sort of like top thing to the container or no? It looks a little odd to just be like completely flat like that. I'll just use this green one from the base game, I guess. I feel like going in with these pipes from the Get Together pack just to create kind of like a border in between the two containers. Oh my gosh, I just love how you can place the pillars into the water and raise them up. It looks so just like realistic and fun. I'm trying not to get ahead of myself with the landscaping, but let's go in with this Island Living palm tree by the balcony. I think that's so cute. Going in with these wooden stairs from Island Living, I'm just gonna try and create like a wraparound shape, just placing them back here or something. Is there a matching railing? Yes or no? Let's just use Horse Ranch because we know it matches. And just placing down some more pillars to support the staircase. Obviously, this house needs to be extremely eco-friendly, so I am going in once again with these rooftop solar panels. I might be kind of generous with these and place like, I don't know, 6? Like basically cover the entire roof. There's also this solar water heater item from the For Rent expansion pack. I wonder if I should include just like one of these for decoration. It's definitely not the most aesthetic looking thing, but it does for sure fit the theme. Moving around to the back, I think it's gonna look fairly similar to the front. I do want to extend this balcony out quite a bit. Maybe going in once again with these beautiful open glass doors. Let's use this similar looking door at the bottom here. This one is from the Island Living pack. Let's put this open water ladder just hanging off this edge. We also need this conservationist canoe. It comes with the career, and maybe a few of these sea-doos as well. Are these sea-doos bad for the environment? Like, would they not have these? Or do you think there are some ones that are more eco-friendly? Maybe we can just assume these ones are like good or something. I'm sorry, I don't really know anything. Do I want a regular door or should I go for more of a container vibe like this? I think this is pretty much it for like the general structure of the home. Now I just need to add a bunch of activities and make it actually look pretty with some landscaping. I'm obsessed with these plants from Island Living. They're just like so lush and luxurious. I'm gonna place these basically everywhere to kind of frame a pathway. Also, these cute trees from Island Living, I've basically just sorted by the Island Living pack because this pack came with so many good landscaping items. I feel like the world of Sulani is one of the few worlds in The Sims 4 where you actually have to use like that particular world's landscaping or else everything kind of looks out of place. Basically every other world you can kind of get away with just using base game landscaping if you want to. Here is the finished landscaping using Island Living. You can see that there's kind of like a natural pathway going here and also a natural pathway going to this door. Now I'm just going to go in with some of the rocks from the base game just to add in a little bit more dimension and definition to the pathway. We finally have the budget this time, so I can change up the different types of rocks I'm using. And then let's place down some outdoor lighting. I was thinking that these ones from the Little Campers kit could be kind of cute, just as a little accent, you know? These ones also seem like more eco-friendly to me for some reason, like they're solar powered or something. I'm pretty sure I had the solar powered outdoor lanterns in my home when I was a kid, but I don't remember them working that well. I think because I don't live in a really sunny city, so they just like wouldn't get a lot of light. Should I try and incorporate these lanterns from Cottage Living too? It's kind of like a similar design. Maybe I can place them on the actual container home here. Is that like too matchy or is it kind of cute? We can always balance things out back here by going in with these more modern saucer lights. That way we have some of the cutesy, we have some of the modern, you know, it's the best of both worlds. Wait 1 second, I forgot we had these really cute ones from the Desert Luxe kit. They're slightly more low-key and nicer looking than the base game ones. I might want to extend the patio out a little bit more. What do we think? Grabbing these lounge chairs from the Island Living pack. What about this barbecue from the For Rent expansion pack? Do you think they'd want to barbecue stuff? Probably, right? This wooden base game bistro table. I kind of like the vibe of just placing beach towels down and laying and tanning straight on the dock. I guess we do need to include a garbage bin. I don't know if it's the most practical thing to put the garbage bin on the back balcony dock where you can't dispose of the garbage anywhere, but it's fine. The Sims will figure it out. The garbage man just mysteriously finds a way to collect it. It's fine. It's not my problem, you guys. How unrealistic is it for the palm tree to be like growing halfway out of the water? Does that happen, or is that a no? I kind of just want a little bit of a barrier here. Maybe I'll size up one of these rocks too to make it look, I don't know. You know, you get the vibe. I don't need to explain it. I feel like we're at the point in our relationship where I don't need to explain every single decision. Like, you understand where I'm going with things, right? I just sorted by the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack and I found this dew collector, which I think would be perfect, although it probably doesn't rain very often in Sulani. I think it's still important to have this for when it does rain. Maybe I can line it up with the gutter object here as if the gutter just goes straight into the dew collector. I don't know if the Sims can actually get onto this platform, so just in case, I'm gonna include this high school year's like sneak out window because I know they can climb through it. The Sim would probably also want to have one of these vertical garden objects. Okay, what else should we add? Should we add like an awning or something to the front door here? It kind of helps to frame the entryway so you know like where the front door is, kind of. Ooh, this birdhouse is super cute. I have to include this. Okay, here is my dilemma. I love how the build looks objectively, but I'm getting the feeling that it looks a little bit too eco and not like luxurious and cutesy enough, if you know what I mean. Like, I kind of wanted it to still be luxurious. I'm wondering if I need to like add in some more fencing over here or something so you can't see some of those yucky eco lifestyle objects as much. Maybe we can try and cover it up with a lot of palm trees and just make kind of like a natural border or barrier with these. I think that may have just solved some of my concerns. It definitely feels a little bit more lush and overgrown. But with that being said, here is the exterior of our marine biologist eco home all done. I think it's safe to say that the person who lives here cares about the environment. The exterior isn't necessarily the most aesthetic thing in the world. It is made of containers, but I do appreciate how this sim chose a green container to kind of blend in with the environment so they didn't stick out too much. It was very thoughtful of this sim to care about preserving the natural beauty of the colors in this neighborhood. Okay, we have over 50,000 simoleons to do our interior. I do not think we're gonna have any issues whatsoever with the budget. Let's pray that I did not just jinx that. But starting on our top floor, we'll have 2 bedrooms, both with their own bathroom. We're keeping things fairly open concept with not very many doors at all. Going down to the middle level, this side will be the kitchen and dining, and then this side will either be a living room or a skill building room. And then in the downstairs, I wanted this to kind of be like the rec room, living room area. I was hoping to put a very large TV on this side and just make this interior as luxurious as possible because we have 50,000 simoleons. Honestly, the challenge today might not be if I run out of money, but finding ways to actually use all of our money. So firstly, of course, you guessed it, I'm going in with my favorite flat screen TV. It comes with the Casanova Cave kit, and it is the most expensive one, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's not. The City Living one and the base game one and this one from Get Famous are 10K. Holy moly. Okay, let's change the walls to black so this gives more like basement vibes. Going in with the matching sofa from the Casanova Cave kit as well. And for coffee table, I'm so excited to use this, but we have to go with the aquarium coffee table from My First Pet Stuff. This is one of the few builds where it will actually make sense to use the aquarium coffee table, and I'm so here for it. I'm not exactly sure what the color scheme vibe is just yet. This navy blue is kind of cool, I guess, with the spa day light strips on either side of the TV to fill in the gaps. I quite like this fringe rug from the bathroom kit, maybe just sized up. Everything's looking kind of modern and I want to add in a little bit of a beachy feel, so I'm going in with this egg chair from the High School Years pack. We have to make sure we include a lot of aquariums and just like fish related items in this build. It's absolutely mandatory we use this fish light for our overhead light. Oh my gosh, that's actually perfect. Maybe this fishing display cabinet on the wall over here. Going in with this plant from the Blooming Rooms kit. A little record player station over here. This is from like the disco party kit or whatever it's called. Let's try this eco lifestyle plant in the corner. Let's place down some magazines. I imagine this person has like a marine biology magazine subscription or something. And I think that's going to be it for our living room area for now. I would say we're off to a good start. I love how this looks. I love all the subtle or not so subtle fish elements. So moving around to the back of this room, I'm not sure if we really have room to place anything else. I might move this aquarium upstairs, and we do need to practice the logic skill, the charisma skill, and the fitness skill. So I could try and put like a library area back here. I always forget that Sims can get their logic skill up with books instead of just a chess table. This set of bookshelves from the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack is amazing. It's so great how each piece is decorated slightly different, so you can stack them all and it looks like not so uniform. We can probably get away with placing a small office area right here as well. I feel like the Sim would definitely enjoy working at their office and watching that big TV at the same time. Literally, I am not cheaping out on a single thing, you guys. I'm just placing whatever I want and it feels so great. This better not come back and bite me later. Let's grab this oval woven rug from the Cats and Dogs pack. Hold on, would it be kind of cool if the bookshelves went all along this back wall, like even going underneath the stairs? Hopefully the stairs are still usable. Oh man, you have to admit that looks pretty cool, especially considering they probably read a lot. And you can definitely tell they're very like educated based on this office. Finishing off the room with one last plant in the corner here. And here is our downstairs living room and office area all done. I seriously really love this room. Let me know what you guys think of it, and time to move upstairs. 37,000 simoleons left. We are not short on cash whatsoever, so let's go in and make a really luxurious kitchen, okay? I feel like it's been a while since we've had the ability and the privilege to do that. I'm leaning towards using Home Chef Hustle just because I love that pack for a kitchen. It's one of my favorite kits. Oh no, wait. It was a stuff pack, wasn't it? Huh, okay. That like changes my perspective a little bit. I was gonna say if it were a kit, that would be amazing. For $5? Yeah, sign me up. I don't really know what the difference between a kit and a stuff pack is anymore, TBH, and I feel like that's probably why they stopped doing stuff packs, because the lines were so blurred. If anything, it's probably a good thing that they got rid of stuff packs for the most part, because I'd rather just have like a really good kit and only pay $5 for it than have a stuff pack with some like thrown together extra gameplay element to it just to like bulk it up to justify the cost. Like I feel like you just get kind of like ripped off that way. I don't know. Maybe the countertops can kind of merge into the aquarium like that. We'll use these half cabinets too and kind of make it look built in. Okay, I don't think I want to keep this green color. I was thinking of maybe going for this like olivey tone. Okay, let's try something more fun like blue. We can change the aquarium to like a warm tone or something. Oh yeah. That looks a little bit more happy, don't you think? Let's include all of the other appliances from the Home Chef Hustle pack, adding in some of this open shelving. I just love all of the objects that come with this pack, truly. It is so good. Let's do a small mini island, I guess, with these modern black stools from the Love Struck pack. I would very much like to use this fish overhead light once again. Apologies in advance. I'm probably going to be using this at least one more time in this build. Of course, we need our essentials like our fruit bowl, another little tabletop plant. This one is from the Blooming Rooms kit. And we'll finish off with this brown rug from the Love Struck pack. Spinning around to this side, I think I can include a very small breakfast nook in this corner. I didn't get to use my beloved round marble table in my last video, so I think this is the perfect opportunity to redeem myself. It is pretty expensive, I guess. It's like 1,300 simoleons, which, yeah, I mean, I'll admit that is a lot of money, but we can afford it, so it would be a crime not to use it. These like wicker chairs from Seasons are always kind of a good match with this table. For the sake of space, I might just do a 2-person little table there. I don't know. Is that kind of lame? Oh, I could do 3. That will work for sure. I can just place it up against this wall. Instead of putting a plant on the actual table, I kind of want to put this one off of the wall like that. I don't know. It seems kind of like quirky and fun. One last finishing touch, we might be able to use this semicircle rug from the Cats and Dogs pack. I pretty much never have a use for a semicircle rug except for right now. And lastly, just going in with this pufferfish wall decoration from the Snowy Escape pack. And here is our cute little breakfast nook and kitchen area all done. I think it looks absolutely perfect, and you really can't complain when you have these types of views looking out from your kitchen space, right? Moving on to the other half, I think I should do a formal dining room here. Let's actually just move this aquarium to the upstairs because we don't really have room down here. For some reason, I feel like a glass dining table would fit the vibe. I don't know, maybe it's like reminding me of the glass from a fish tank. Maybe with these beachy dining chairs from Island Living. For the centerpiece, we obviously have to go in with this base game fishbowl. I never use these rugs from Island Living. Maybe I should try in this room. Perhaps this red swatch is a little bit more normal, and then I can go in with a nice big plant in the corner. Maybe this big one from the Love Struck pack. It kind of looks like a mini palm tree. This City Living koi painting on the wall here. I'm really loving the contrast between some of the more islandy objects and more modern pieces. So for the light fixture, I want to use this overhead light from the Modern Luxe kit. Let's put a console table in the corner here, since technically this is our front door. Going in with all of our essentials from the Everyday Clutter kit. Oh, this fishing rod item would be kind of cool to display on the wall. Maybe down here, or I can save it for upstairs as well. And let's make sure to include a nice bouquet of flowers, all of the other basics like a shoe rack. Oh my gosh, I guess we need some curtains, don't we? These ones from the Desert Luxe kit are obviously the best because they're nice and airy. I think I'm not super in love with the rug, to be honest. What about this one from the Cozy Kitsch kit instead? It just seems to fit the space a little bit better. Okay, hold on. This color right here would kind of match our kitchen. We can change the light fixture to gold to tie in with the gold hardware over here, and then I think we just need to put something kind of dramatic on this wall. I love this picture collage from the Dine Out pack. It always has such a big impact. And to finish off the room, just adding this coconut armchair into the corner. That's absolutely perfect. And here's our quirky, colorful dining room all done. I'm really happy we made those changes so that it blends in with the kitchen a little bit more. I think it just looks a lot happier, and I love the blue and brown coloring. If you guys are watching this video in June or early July, there should be a big sale going on for The Sims 4. Expansion packs, game packs, stuff packs, kits, so many things are discounted up to 60% off. If you guys do end up purchasing anything, please consider using my code DoctorAshley at checkout, and 5% of your purchase will go towards supporting me instead of to EA. It's finally time to move upstairs. We have 17,700 simoleons remaining to do 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Now, it is important to note that these 2 bathrooms are the only bathrooms in the whole home, so your Sims will have to go all the way to the 3rd floor whenever they want to use the bathroom. If I have some money left over, I might add like an outdoor bathroom or an outhouse somewhere on this lot. So if you're playing in the water or on the beach, you don't have to come all the way back inside to the 3rd floor if you want to use the bathroom. But as usual, I am going to try and get these bathrooms out of the way, going in with the businesses and hobbies tub, this toilet from the Spa Day game pack, and you know what? Let's go in with the matching vanity from the businesses and hobbies pack as well. Let's try going in with some of these tiles from the Riviera Retreat kit. I honestly do not use this kit very often, so let's make more of an effort. I think I want to use these floor tiles from the Love Struck pack actually. The floor tiles remind me of sand, and then this is the ocean. This mirror from the Sleek bathroom kit kind of looks like a puddle of water or something, and just using these wooden slats from Spa Day as our bath mat. These towels are just from the bathroom clutter kit, paired with this beachy painting just right on top. Okay, I think that's pretty good for the first bathroom. It has all of the essentials, and I tried to mix and match a lot of different packs and kits just to create a bathroom that I hopefully haven't done before. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing for the second bathroom. And here's the second bathroom all done. It looks very similar to the other one, except I included the stand-up shower instead. And I thought if this one was like ocean themed, then this one should be sunset themed. So I just changed the walls to orange. But now with the bathrooms out of the way, we have 12,000 simoleons to complete 2 whole bedrooms. Truly, I feel like we should have more money than 12,000. Like, we had a lot of money going into this interior, so I'm not really sure where all of the funds went. At this point, it seems like this is kind of a pattern, and I'm always running out of money, even when I have like a really big budget. That's the concerning part. No matter how big or small my budget is, I always run out of money. Like, how does that even make sense? I just went in with this bed from the Horse Ranch pack. I thought the bedspread kind of looked like a sunset, and then this end table from Island Living. Now on this side, I love this new dresser from the Businesses and Hobbies pack, especially these wood swatches. Let's grab this super fun mirror from the High School Years pack, grabbing this orange swatch to lean into that sunset vibe. This rug from the Horse Ranch pack, again, kind of looks like sunset colors. I feel like it's maybe supposed to be, I don't know, a mountain range or something. Who knows? This beach painting from the Kids Room Stuff pack is perfect. Also, these boards from the Parenthood pack. This wavy octopus swatch is kind of cool, I guess. And just a few clutter pieces on the end table. Maybe just a frog decal and perhaps this fishbowl decal on the wall, going in with this Island Living plant in the corner. Also, these matching plant paintings from the Tiny Living pack. Okay, we don't have room for a desk in this kid's bedroom, but I think we will have room for a beanbag chair, which is just as good, if not better, in my opinion. And here's our sunset-themed kids' bedroom, all done, featuring a full-on modern aquarium in the corner of the room. I am obsessed with this color scheme. This is like my dream color scheme. Also, you might be wondering why I didn't fully close off this bedroom, and I think I just wanted it to be a little bit more realistic, as if two containers were just put together. If you want to add walls, you're more than welcome to. It would be really easy, but I just think it looks a little cooler this way. Okay, 9,000 simoleons left and one bedroom to go. Let's get it done, you guys. I think we're gonna be good. 9,000 simoleons for one entire bedroom it should be more than enough. I don't wanna, jinx it, but, hypothetically, it should be plenty for one tiny bedroom. We obviously have to use this luxurious canopy bed from the Island Living pack, these wicker end tables from the Riviera Retreat pack. Let's do a double aquarium on either side since we don't have room for a big one in here. I really want to use like a beige fluffy rug in here to give off the appearance of sand. We have this one from the Vintage Glamour pack, which could work, but we also have this one from the Book Nook kit, which might be a little bit more interesting looking. Of course, we need our Island Living fan on top of the bed. Maybe this super skinny dresser from the Businesses and Hobbies pack. It matches the one in our kids' bedroom with this large Jungle Adventure mirror on the opposite side. Okay, I just added a few plants and also the fish overhead light again. I think this is all I want to include in the primary bedroom. It is a little bit squishy and I guess overall a little bit underwhelming just because there's not a lot of room to do anything, but it does look very cohesive. I like how the blue ties in with the blue bathroom, and with that being said, we're left with 3,000 simoleons to finish off the entire build, add in whatever finishing touches we want. I think it would be very on brand to have an at-home recycling machine. This sim obviously cares a lot about the environment. There's also this fish trap object, which I haven't included. I'm assuming it goes in the water here, but I mean, it might go above water. If so, maybe I'll include another one over here. Can you tell I know absolutely nothing about fishing? The fitness skill is also a requirement for this career, so why don't I include a bike just out front? Also a telescope on this balcony, that could be really fun. Unfortunately, we don't have enough money for any type of outhouse at this point, but I can include a nice pea bush. I mean, it's better than nothing, don't you think? I'm just gonna put some lanterns on these tables. They're looking kind of plain. You guys, this is crazy. I actually have like nothing left to buy. We came in so under budget for the first time in basically forever. It was bound to happen one day. See, you guys, I'm not always a reckless spender, okay? Let's look at the items from the Island Living pack and see what we can add. Like maybe this bench outside, you can never have too many seating areas. Oh, you know what? We didn't include any floaties. That's something we genuinely are missing. Also, this sunscreen tanning lotion. I feel like we should include a lot of bottles of these basically everywhere. 30 simoleons remaining. Why don't we go in with this toilet cleaner? Next to the toilets in the bathrooms. You know what? Why not, right? You have to clean your toilet somehow. And with 4 simoleons left, I think that's going to be it for our marine biologist eco container beach home. When I said I wanted to do a beach home, this isn't necessarily what I had in mind. That being said, I don't think I've ever done anything like this before. Like, I usually just go for typical modern beach homes when I build in Sulani. Because it's a green container and I still used a lot of wood elements, from afar it doesn't stick out too much. Like, it kind of blends into the trees, which I liked. But overall, I think this home is very fitting for an eco-friendly marine biologist that obviously cares a lot about the environment. Please let me know what you guys think of this home and which room is your favorite. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you want me to keep going with this series, and please comment down below which career we should tackle next. And before you go, don't forget to go to incogni.com/DoctorAshley for 60% off an annual plan. Click the link in my description or use code DoctorAshley. I had a lot of fun filming today's episode, you guys. I just really love building with big budgets. But with that being said, I cannot wait to see what we build next week. So until then, I hope you guys all have a very, very, very above average day. Love you!